Will Serfort is a student at Regarden Magical Academy, facing unique challenges that set him apart from his peers. Unlike most students, Will cannot use magic, so he relies entirely on his exceptional physical abilities to succeed in battle. His ultimate goal is to reach the top of the Mercedes Collies, a towering structure in his world, where he hopes to reunite with his friend and love interest, Wistoria Albus. This goal is deeply tied to a childhood promise they made to each other, to become a Magia Vander, and witness the sunset together from the top of the tower. Despite being teased for his inability to use magic, Will rarely fights back. Because he knows what it's like to struggle, he goes out of his way to lift others up. In the world of mages, Will's power scaling is an exceptional case. Despite being unable to use magic, he is considered one of the strongest of his generation, thanks to his physical prowess and his ability to prime himself for battle, sidestepping his only real weakness, foes that can only be defeated by magic. One of Will's most impressive feats in his base form is his battle against Edward. Even while holding back, he was able to withstand a barrage of attacks. The moment he took hold of his sword and fully engaged, the fight was effectively over. This victory highlights his resilience and skill, though it's worth noting that his base form alone doesn't place him among the top-tier mages, known as the Magia Vander. To put it in perspective, the author has mentioned that Wistoria could take on 100 versions of Will in his base form and still emerge victorious. This comparison sets a clear boundary for where Will's base power lies within the hierarchy. However, things get more interesting when Will started absorbing magic. Will's unique abilities include Wits, a fifth source of magic that allows him to absorb spells and load them into his sword, transforming it into a magic weapon. His power level spikes dramatically when he does this, especially when he absorbs Wistoria's cloning spell. This spell gives him the ability to create up to 9 clones of himself, which is a game-changer in combat. These clones operate at Will's level, providing significant assistance in battle. Despite this, he still doesn't quite break into the Magia Vander ranks, but he's getting close. It was later revealed that his body hoards and stores magic rather than releasing it normally. After training with Caradwen, Will unlocked Prime Pathos, which allows him to load spells from his thoughts, emotions, feelings, and memories. This power consumes more magic and is harder to maintain because it originates from within him rather than an external source. Where Will's power truly becomes formidable is in his limits off form. In this state, he was able to keep pace with a monster that was not only heavily buffed but also known for killing Magia Vander on the 40th floor, a place so dangerous that even some current Vanders avoid it. Will fought this creature to a standstill, only losing ground when his sword broke under the strain of his own strength. But Will didn't stop there. After absorbing spells in this heightened state, he became an almost unstoppable force. The manga illustrates this vividly when Will effortlessly defeats the same monster he had just been struggling against. This transformation shows just how formidable Will can be when he combines his physical strength with his ability to absorb magic. Considering that the monster he faced had previously defeated a Magia Vander, it's clear that in these circumstances, Will reaches a tier of power comparable to the highest levels in his world. Even in his youth, as described in the prequel light novel, Will showed signs of greatness. He fought a foot soldier from an invading force, hinting at the incredible feats he would achieve later in life. Now, with his current power, it's easy to imagine him not just matching but exceeding those early accomplishments. You see, Will isn't just any mage, he's something unique in his world. His body prevents him from releasing mana like others. Instead, it allows him to absorb magic. This limitation might actually be his hidden strength, as it likely strengthens his body, possibly making him physically stronger than even the dwarves. However, in the current story, without Wits, Will barely manages to take down Edward, highlighting how crucial this ability is for him. If Will had Wits activated, Edward might have been defeated in a single strike, considering Will's monstrous agility in that mode. Even Zio, who acknowledged Will's impressive abilities, noted that it was fortunate Will had a sword, implying that Zio might have struggled against Will with Wits fully unleashed. In summary, Will is both a formidable force and somewhat of a wild card. He combines agility comparable to Zio and destructive power akin to Wistoria, but with a bit of a naive streak. His journey is not just about reaching the top of the Mercedes Collies. It's about proving to himself and those he cares about that he is capable of achieving greatness, even without magic. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and stay tuned for more content.